How's it going, Billy?
Good. All right, Aaron, you and I have we've become pretty close over the last month and a half or so going through this process.
Right.
And when we first started, you didn't want to go through it at all because you said, it seems like it takes too long, but I think now you're finally starting to come and see the light of the value that we bring to, and one of the, I was up late last night thinking, and in light of the current economic situation, I was just, for some reason, I was just thinking, and have you ever had to think about laying people off?
Yeah, I definitely have because of the current economy.
How long ago? Well, this is recent, I would assume.
Yeah.
And how did you decide who you were going to lay off?
Well, it depended upon what types of jobs I had, and foresee jobs I have now and jobs I had planned. And I just, my weakest employee, unfortunately, I did have to lay off about 3 weeks ago.
You did. I mean, it's tough in any business. I mean, laying someone off, no matter what it may be, cutting someone from a basketball team, football team, baseball, it's one of the hardest things you could ever do. And being on the opposite end of that coin and being the person that's being cut or laid off, I mean, it's just a horrible feeling. As I'm sure you've probably...
Yeah, it's not something I wanted to do. I just had to do it. I just couldn't make ends meet in reference to that any longer.
No, I know this is probably maybe getting a little bit personal. I just wanted to ask you, after you have the person come to your office and say, listen, in light of this economic crisis we have going on right now, I have to let you go. What was their first reaction? What did they do?
Well, they were surprised and upset. I mean, it didn't get violent or anything, but I mean, he just wanted to know why, and he couldn't understand, and he was really upset. But I mean,
so you think as soon as he left here, I mean, that wasn't it. He's probably talking to other people.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Who knows what he's doing? I just can't afford to pay him any longer.
Yeah. And the reason why I bring it up is because there's a section in every person's policy. It's called employer practice liability insurance, and basically what that does is it covers you for situations like that. If you were to lay someone off, 9.5% of the time, 9.5 times out of 10, the person who gets laid off is not going to be happy.
Right.
First thing, light goes on the back of their head, retaliation. What can they do? I could sue, I could speak with a lawyer, it's discrimination, whatever it may be. I myself, I think that situations where someone can turn around and sue you are way more likely to happen than a situation where a catastrophic loss is going to happen with your truck.
Right. That makes sense.
Basically, where I'm getting to with that is, do you know if that's do you happen to see if you have that on your policy?
I thought I had it on my policy. My broker always tells me I have it.
Okay. Well, the reason why I just want to speak to you about it beforehand, before something like this ever could happen, it's not on the policy at all.
Okay.
And I mean, that could be a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, obviously it's bad because it should have been on there, and the good thing is we caught it, and now we can put it on there, and you can go to sleep at night knowing that if something were to ever happen after you just got done telling me, I think it's easier to get sued for something you did than for a catastrophic loss. So to add this on to your policy, man, I just think it makes total sense. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I agree.